Hello, I'm Christina Dune. It's time for your Project Runway New Zealand Season 1, Episode 10 recap. You'll recall last time we saw Jess take the win with her evening gown, and unfortunately, we saw Caitlin walk. 5 designers left. What's going to happen this week? Well, Carrie starts us off with some more cattiness. Ben is angry that Caitlin is gone and he's stuck with who is left. Ben puts it out there. He is blatantly honest and says that Jess was, quote, butthurt because of he and Caitlin, being friends. Georgia shows up in a helicopter and she looks amazing in her red suit. And this week's challenge brief is suits. Well, Andreas reminds them that tailoring is what is most important in suits, and Judy frets because, she says tailors take 7 years to train, and, well, she isn't. Her self-doubt is creeping in, but they're all getting that way. Benny wants to be in the top 3 really bad, and he says his biggest competition is Kiri. Well, Ben isn't worried because certain people have no taste. End quote. Well, off to get fabric after they sketch. Benny wants to do gray, but Andrea suggests something with more luster to it. Later, he's struggling. Ben says Benny should have gone home. Benny is worried as he resigned from his job and has nothing to go back to. Well, next day, work. Andreas and Georgie give feedback to the designers. There's model fittings. And then I swear I saw Kiri on a soda commercial during the ad break. I swear that was him. Anyway, if it wasn't, it definitely looked, but it had to be him. Had to. Yeah, anyway. The insecurities continue to come forward with, well, quite a few of our designers. Andreas tells them it is time to send their models off to get their Maybelline makeup done by Gigi and off to Schwarzkopf for their hair. Well, we see even Jess break down and have a cry. So, all kinds of anxiety happening, of course. Well, tonight, joining Sally Ann Mullen and Benny Castle is Paris Mitchell Temple. She is a fashion designer and George's friend and stylist. So she is our guest judge. Well, up first we have Judy. Yes, it is really green, but you know what? I think it's cool. I know from watching her struggle, tonight as she was making her garment that I know she wishes she had different fabric, but it looks well made. The design is cool. I think it looks good. I like it a lot. So yeah. Up next is Ben. Well, I like this. I think it's quite hip. I like the sleeves. I think it looks cool. That's sort of the sleeves thing, sort of thing. It's kind of like his thing, right? For me, it seems that's what I sort of see. But I don't think he pushed himself as much as he has in the past. But then again, I seem to like restrained Ben's designs better. But that, again, is my personal thought on that. All right, up next, Jess. Love the color. That color is like what's one of my favorite shades of blue like ever. But this to me, it doesn't feel like a suit to me. I know it's 2 pieces, and she said that the top was tucked into the pants, but the pants were very high-waisted, as in like they came right up under the bust, so you couldn't really see a separation. It just looked like it was really snug in the middle, like kind of, I don't know, I just and I wasn't keen on the pants, and I don't know. But again, fashion is subjective, much like art. But again, anyway, but I did love the color. I did see a few execution errors, with her stitching in that in the front, close, when they showed a close up of the garment. But I don't know. All right, moving on to Benny. Now, Benny, this is different. It's definitely better than last week's ill-fitting gown. But for me, this fabric just feels off to me. I don't know. And I get why he put the little strap thing across on the top because it kept separating because he didn't have his model wearing a bra, I mean, for the runway. And, he obviously couldn't have any boob slippage or anything like that. So he fashioned this little, I don't know, strap or tab or whatever that sort of held it together so that, she wasn't exposed on the runway. Okay. I realize why he did it and I understand the concept of it. And yeah, obviously you don't want your breast to be hanging out on the runway, or maybe you do. I don't know, but most people don't. And unfortunately, the way where he placed it, it might have been good functionally, but it completely cut the top part of the garment. Yeah, it didn't work for me. I didn't think it worked. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. The pants were kind of cute. But yeah, I don't know. Anyhow, I would have loved to see him try a different fabric though. And finally we have Kiri. Well, I love this. I mean, come on. It's like superhero formal or office. I don't know. I mean, I dig it. I think it's cool. It's chic. And who wouldn't feel like so powerful in that? I mean, I was digging it. I would feel like $1 million. I mean, totally. I would totally love that. All right, anyway, our judges have their say. In regards to Judy, Georgia loves the green. Benny says Kermit the fashion. And he says that it's in a great way because it's very cool. As far as Ben goes, Georgia loves the shoulder and his buckle, but she says it's not his strongest. But she still likes it, of course. And Benny states the obvious, says he didn't push himself. As far as Jess, they love the color. I mean, of course. Apparently they like it. They did notice a few sewing imperfections, but they think she is pushing herself, and they like her sense of adventure. Benny. Georgia loves the pants, but feels the fabric choice was wrong. They commend his playfulness, but it wasn't a bullseye. Yeah. And Kiri. His tailoring is amazing. Georgia says Lux. Sally Ann was impressed. They all love it. They say normally he goes too big, because he doesn't edit things back. But they said he edited this look perfectly. So, well done to Kiri. Well, our designers are called back out, and Kiri takes the win and is excused from the runway. Jess is safe and excused. Ben, they say he didn't push himself, but he's safe. And finally, Judy and Benny are left. Well, Judy is safe. So that means that Benny walks. Well, next week, they have to design a collection that shows their aesthetic. How will our final four do? Well, we'll see. That would be Kiri, Jess, Ben, and Judy. Who's going to win the Holden Astra $50,000, a 6-page magazine spread with their muddled title of Season 1 Project Runway New Zealand winning designer? Well, you'll just have to come back and find out. Join us again next time as we recap another episode of Project Runway New Zealand. Have a great day, everybody. See you next time.